Hello everyone, Santier here with my Guild Wars 1 stream. So everybody knows, my plan is to try doing a thing that I think is a good idea, which is to do different games on the same day, so that's going to be weird. But I want to play Guild Wars 1 for about the first half of my stream or so, and then transition to my first playthrough of Axiom Verge. So I'm looking forward to that, but need to try to remember, so hopefully I do. But for today, what I want to do is I have a character concept that I got into my head, as I tend to do every now and then. And so I got this concept into my head, and now I need to make this concept into a reality. So I got a character slot. I was hoping things were going to go on sale. If things had gone on sale, I would have gotten... I would have been pushing back the Axiom Verge thing, and I would have gotten more stuff, like more Mercenary Hero slots, for example. But they did not, so here we are. Lovely concept art of Kryta, or role-playing character creation, and lovely concept art of the Hall of Heroes for PvP-only character creation. Just looking at this UI, seeing this thing spinning around it in a very square fashion. This piece of concept art was available in some of the press kits or whatever, as a random aside. But you can tell it's Kryta because it has these tall structures that I associate with Kryta. It's very beautiful. Anyway, we're making a factions character. And whenever I see these screens, I'm always just kind of happy about them. I don't know, something about the character creation screen is something that I really like. The pre-searing loading screen, the Shing Jea loading screen, or a very specific hero shot for Nightfall. That looks like Master of Whispers, Acolyte Jin, General Morgan, Margaret the Sly wielding a sword for some reason, and Koss. It's a bit of an interesting one. Very beautiful picture. Okay, I'm getting distracted by pretty art. Factions, because I'm making an assassin. Female. I liked this one. I was looking at hairstyles earlier. Now, unfortunately, what I'd want to do with this character is I'd want to go for more of a purple hair, but purple hair isn't an option for some reason. So I think I'm going to go with something a little bit more blonde-ish. The character's theme is going to be kind of armor style-wise, probably going to be a bit sunset-y. So there's a bunch of different hairstyles. I already have a female assassin with this hair. But I like this one decently well. This one's alright. See, so one of the things that I've discovered about myself, I feel like part of my tongue is swollen and my speech is a little weird because of it, but one of the things that I found about myself is I prefer hair that frames the face. So like, see how this frames the face as opposed to this ponytail, which does not, or this thing which does not. This has a little bit of that going on with this bit coming down here. No. No. I think I like this one the best. This one's really tricky. So, this is just a personal aesthetics thing. I like hair to generally be lighter than skin tone unless... I don't know. It's a weird relationship between hair and skin tone for me. Yeah, we'll go with that. It's a weird relation. Maybe it's the other way around. Skin tone to be lighter than hair. I think it might be that. Unless it's something very dramatic. I think I like that one better. Just trying to decide what I want. Like, I'm going to be staring at this character's backside a lot of the time. So I'm trying to figure out what I like aesthetically from the back of her head. And what seems appropriate to what I'm trying to create here. I think I'm going to go with this one. Yeah. We'll go with that. I'm just gonna go purple and short. Purple's my favorite color. Her aesthetic is not going to be purple, but we're going to start with it. And I have a character name, which is very not factions, Dakota Fleming, a name I heard in a dream once. Well, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Little monastery overlook. I don't care about doing cartography on this character. Doing the tutorial would make sense if I'm doing cartography. I don't need to see this either. I want to go... Okay, give me my free starting daggers. I'll need to do some juggling around of stuff later. I'm gonna hide this cape. Capes are cool, but I generally don't need them. I don't feel like going through the tutorial, so I want to see. Follow Master Togo. Yeah, I'm gonna follow Master Togo because I know how to play this game. I don't need to go through the tutorial. If you're curious about what that tutorial is, first of all, I think it's maybe a bit much for a starting player, potentially, but because there's a lot of concepts it throws at you. But you can see it in the faction slow playthrough. So. Oh, these guys have been chatting about something. I have not been paying the slightest bit of attention. Been wondering why they move so slowly. Hey, Ludo. Can you let me into the monastery? I am ready. Yes, I would like to enter the monastery now. Yep, and I have my slash bonus gear. Slash bonus stuff is useful, but not immediately useful. Just because... Let's see, I want Dagger Mastery and Shadow Arts right now. Slash bonus stuff is just not immediately useful because it is, as it turns out, a higher requirement than what this character can possibly hope to obtain right now. Let's see. So there's like I said, some things that I do want to do. I have some char bags floating around some characters, so I'm gonna just transfer them to her. There is a quest. Let's see. What do I need to do? Headmaster Lee in the monastery. Headmaster Lee's over here. I'm going to go slash warrior on this character. The concept is basically the physical attackers, not ranger. Alright. I don't think I have any gold on this character. I have 20 gold on this character. You need 50 to open your storage bank. So we'll worry about that later. Taya, Sai, and Asen, I guess. I think Ludo will give me some experience for grabbing one of them. When did I get dancing daggers? Oh yeah, I should also just get my first batch of skills because I'm starting the skill booster league. Let's get it. I've gotten Shing Jea, which is the first area of factions, so let's get factions general. Add one booster. Hey, I got Guardian in that pack. That's good. Let's standard sort this mess. Wow. Apparently my general packs of faction are very small. Or at least they look really small when you begin. This isn't relevant yet because this is for heroes, and I obviously don't have heroes just yet. I will be grabbing my mercenary heroes as soon as I reasonably can. Okay. I need to go talk to Jinzo. Hope everybody's been enjoying the anniversary event. I wanted to create a character now because I want to be able to take advantage of some of the equipment that I can get specifically during the anniversary event. I do think I need to get this character up to level 5 to be able to begin getting marks, but my hope today is to get her off of Shing Jea. We'll see how that goes. Find out. Let's see. Jinzo is, if I recall correctly, yeah, over there. I'm not in a rush to get to Nightfall, by the way, just to get to my mercenary heroes. Hang on, these skills are in all sorts of nonsensical order. Getting a lot of experience for killing these. Okay, thank you. Panaku is ready to continue my training by making me do a murder. And then we get in trouble for Panaku teaching us poorly. Isn't that just the way it goes? Let's see, I think I might drop into my village first. Remember when mice had balls inside of them to be able to detect the direction and you had to pop them out to clean them every now and then? Oh, I'm glad we're past those days. I wonder if I still have one of those sorts of mice lying around somewhere. It's certainly possible. I don't know. To my villages basically just follow this this course. It'll be a little bit before I accumulate... Oh, nope, never mind. I have accumulated as many funds as I need to be able to open the Shunlai chest. I think I may grab those char bags. Then... when I get to my... Just quick hop off onto my mesmers. Each one has one. I don't know how they got split between my mesmers. It's very perplexing. There's to my village. I do love Shing Jea. Shing Jea is a really beautiful aesthetic that I kind of... This is one of those weird things that I have as a problem. I don't know if problem's the right word, but one of these weird things that I have is like a complaint? I don't know. There's a lot of areas that have really cool aesthetics in Guild Wars that are, because they're used in lower level areas, higher level content's not really done there. And like you can do higher level content there. Mesmer. Like you can do higher level content in them, but like where is... I did a bunch of augury rock farming. Yeah, here's a char bag. I did a bunch of augury rock farming on characters off stream because I figured you saw enough of that with the other thing. Oh good, even a blank spot here. Okay, where's the other one? She's in posts to Ascalon. But like hard mode doesn't quite make up for it, if you know what I mean. Hey, Cynthia. Because like you can go into hard mode Ascalon or whatever, and it bumps stuff up. Yeah, here's the other char bag. Why is this character carrying 500 wood? I don't know. I don't know, just drop this over here, I guess. That works. I might as well grab free bags, eh? Put those bags to use is really what it's about. Okay, Machine Light Agent, please open my storage. Yes. Cool. And equip those bags. Withdraw 10 gold. Crafting material storage. I feel like they presented that as if there'd be more things like that, and then there just were not. Okay, I'll eventually get a belt pouch and an equipment pack, but we'll worry about that stuff later. I do want to actually use this sword on this character. This Furious Celestial Sword. But we will worry about that more when the time comes. This, like I said, this character's concept is going to be warrior, paragon, and dervish. Maybe I didn't explicitly say that, but that's the concept. Okay. But yeah, like there's nowhere in, like, Pengmai Valley is the closest to having this sort of aesthetic. There's some areas in the Jade Sea that have sort of the aesthetic that you have on Shing Jea. I'm not necessarily, like, it's a bigger problem in Prophecies, where, like, most of Prophecies is not for level 20 characters. Most of it is for lower levels than that, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, just even going into hard mode is not quite the same thing, because enemy compositions and skill usage and stuff is not quite where it would be if it had been sort of built that way from the beginning, built for level 20 from the beginning. I kind of wish that they had done that. Like, hard mode in general, rather than buffing stats, I wish had more interesting skill bars and more challenging team compositions. But anyway. Going with a nerf to some of the stronger defensive things like soul twisting and I think I will want to eventually head to Nightfall first, but we'll worry about that when the time comes, eh? Yeah, my henchmen are a little overleveled for this spot. Seeing as they are level 6 because I grabbed them from Tsimai Village. Here's Wolk Cragfists. He's level 12, but he's also by himself. Revenge of the Yeti. I'm supposed to go with him. This is clearly like a Revenge of the Sith reference, isn't it? Or at least it feels like one. I like the prequel trilogy. Or at least well enough anyway. Boy, I'm glad I have higher level henchies helping. One of the problems of playing a primary assassin earlier on is assassin is not, like, you kind of want the initial engagement to be done by warriors or dervishes who are a bit more durable than assassins are, but yeah, especially early on, it's a little bit rough. I mean, I'll take this guy's quest because he's offering a bunch of experience points. 2.5. No, 3,000 experience and 250 gold for helping him in this fight. I mean, I'm not going to be helping him in this fight so much as the... Oh, goodness. Hi, yes, I see that I'm getting a lot of experience points. No, please keep Wolk alive. Okay, good. There we go. I'm level 4 now, which means I get some more attribute points I can be spending. There we go. Sure, point and deadly arts. Why not? There's Jin the skull bow. Can drop a green bow. Do not need that green bow. This character's not going to go / ranger. That's one of the things that I find is if I limit character secondary professions, it helps create more definition to what they do. I already have an assassin that will do whatever. I want a specific concept. So that way I can like narrow in on doing those things, particularly from an equipment standpoint. This is one of the things that's really important is equipment is or inventory space is a limited resource in this game. So I want to be very intentional about what I'm doing with it. Okay, so I need to find Panaku, and he is over there. So let's go south. Ow. This is the problem with playing Assassin, is Shadow Steps. Oh man, I meant to screenshot the moment I did character creation for the thumbnail. Oh well. I'll worry about that a little bit later. I was going to screenshot of the character select screen with her on it. But shadow stepping is a great way to overextend. I do not need to go fight those guys. Those guys are going to be painful. I don't know how Panaku hasn't been, like, beyond expelled. Like, how is he not imprisoned for violating policy? I don't like Panaku. I think they try to give him something of a redemption arc. But one of the things they're trying to do with Jinzo and Panaku is show two different sides of sort of the same, or like the sort of two sides of Assassin. Yes. So he basically has us kill Sore Honor Claw's father, and like this threatens the relationship between Human and Tengu, and it's just a completely boneheaded thing for him to have taken this in the first place. It's an even worse idea for him to have dragged a new student who doesn't know exactly what's going on into it. It's interesting to see what they think, like they being ArenaNet, of the various professions, though, by what skills they give you first. I still find it really funny that Warrior's first two skills in Prophecies are Frenzy and Healing Signet. That's a notorious combo that new players would do, is they'd use Frenzy, and then they'd start taking damage, so they use Healing Signet, which makes them take increased damage again, and just absolutely get wrecked. But Swift Honor Claw, I think Swift Honor Claw shows up in the bonus mission pack with Togo. But yeah, anyway, my point is they gave us Twisting Fangs as our initial thing. Let's see, I think I can go take... No, I need to do this, and then I can... I'm trying to remember when I can go get warrior stuff. I don't have a belt pouch yet. There is, I think, a belt pouch quest from one of these NPCs. So I'm not going to acquire a belt pouch some other way. I think Hao Zhang. Yeah, I'm just going to grab some quests. I don't know when what order I'm necessarily going to do stuff in that way, but... Okay, I might need to do audience with Master Toga before I get the I'm pretty sure that NPC back there has a quest, though. I'm just going to pick up Death Blossom now. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to worry about lead attack stuff just yet. But Twisting Fangs is really, really strong in PvP. It's a lot less strong in PvE. Again, like it shows the fact that they give it to you early on as like the first skill you're picking up shows you what they think of it as a skill, or like what they think about the assassin. Let's see. I want warrior. Doing all of them would give me more experience points, but it's also slower. I did them in the slow playthrough, of course, because I wanted to explore all of the professions. But sure. Let's go ahead and equip that. Don't need Sever Artery or Power Attack. Don't really care for a starter sword either. Is it Ning? There's some NPC that gives you a belt pouch, so I want to have one of those. Yeah, okay, this person right here. Belt pouch. I'll do that first. I want my free belt pouch. I remember when I was doing the slow playthrough that I felt like a complete... it felt bad to have acquired a belt pouch and then be given one for free. Let's put it that way. Sister Choiju. Appearance of the Naga. Advance that quest. I need to go talk to somebody about a belt pouch. There's Kai Ying, who I believe is a mesmer, if I remember correctly. There's Herder Xing Ju. Yes. Crimson Skull are a problem around here, etc. It's hard to do proper dagger stuff until you've gotten a bit of critical strikes. I forget if becomes a quest up here or not. I feel like there's a whole epic that's supposed to be going on with Shing Jea that ended up getting cut or something. Yeah, like that's not... I've witnessed a thing. It's not really become a thing yet, though. Or turned into anything, I should say. Part of what I'm trying to do is decide how many quests I want to be doing for just raw getting experience points. And I'm not sure on that front. I am not sure at all. This character's going to need a bunch of shields later on. For the Naga thing, we just need to go over there. I feel like my mouse pad or something needs to be cleaned. I don't know. How does one properly clean a mouse pad? Kind of like a hard plastic mouse pad. Well, right there, that even seems to have helped a little bit. I rubbed the bottom pads of my mouse. Sounds weird when I say it that way. Healing Signet's a pretty substantial heal at this phase of the game, even without any investment in tactics. Oh, a victory token. I think there's like a level 6. Okay. Well, I just got spiked to death. Rip Survivor. It doesn't really matter. I don't care about trying to get Survivor on anybody. Woo! You can feel my mediocre armor. Oh yeah, just let's rack up all those deaths. I need to be paying attention. I keep standing in spirit rifts and it keeps getting me killed. Nope, get out of there. I saw what's up. Them spirit rifts. They keep getting me. Oh yes, Taya, learning the ways of Jamie, the healer, friend of Menlo. Good, that took... That was not clean at all. Okay, I need to locate Talon Silverwing. Am I better off just going from Shing Jea Monastery? Yeah, I'm going to go back to Shing Jea, get rid of Death Penalty, lose some levels on my henchmen, turn in a couple of quests so I can gain some levels on myself. What is it? Ning the farmer? Or Tanner? Oh, yeah. You're the belt pouch guy. Excellent. Belt pouch. What's most important to invest in here? One more point of critical strikes allows me to start getting stuff from that. Yeah, let's go something like that for now. Healing Signet. It's interesting. I don't tend to use Shadow Refuge. It's not a bad healing skill, though. I just don't tend to use it much. American English District 7. Lots of people are boardwalking, I guess. For those who don't know, the boardwalk is a primary way of farming the lucky and unlucky title tracks. So lots and lots of people leave their accounts AFKing there in order to be able to build up those title tracks. I don't really care that much. Maxing them is useful. It gives you some bonus like chances on some things. Notably with opening locked chests, which require lockpicks, your odds of retaining the lockpick go up the higher your locked title tracks are. There's some other stuff there too. Your chest hunter one also affects it. But also maxing account-wide titles makes getting God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals a lot easier because you don't have to do as much for yourself. They all tend to be aggressively time-consuming, however. Because you have to build up enough to be able to do it. I don't know if it's worth getting armor. It's 10. 10 AL is pretty low. Not sure what you can craft in Shing Jea. Wenga. Yes, I'll track down Wenga. So for warrior, they gave you... let's drop those things. For warrior, they gave me... I think Naga hides are useful. These I can get kits with. I need to come by this way later. Oh, he's impinging. Can I... I don't think I can enter this... No, I'm not allowed to enter this until I've gotten far enough. So let's just warp to my village. Yeah, okay. We'll get some temporary armor in Saitang before heading all the way to before continuing there. Yeah, that will be the plan. I love these mountains. I'll be really curious to see, because I ain't going to play End of Dragons, because I don't... Guild Wars 2 doesn't, unfortunately, hold my attention as a game very well. But I'm going to be very curious to see how they do Cantha. Feel like that game has been spending a lot of time trying to catch up to this one, if that makes sense. Like, it's had more time, but... Go to the bean fields. Catch those crop thieves at their game. Ooh, Frenzy. That's a terrible idea. Yeah, that's a terrible idea. Frenzy is a very useful skill, but it gets you killed. I don't need a friggin' hammer. Get this hammer out of here. Taking up precious inventory space. Interestingly enough, they have him far out, so that way these Crimson Skull crop thieves could be kind of spawn behind you. Sure, I will take a bolt of cloth. One of the things I distinctly remember from the slow playthrough... Hey, Natek96. Welcome. Indeed. Hopefully I pronounced your name okay. One of the things I remember about the slow playthrough was the way that in Prophecies, by the time I finally got to Draknar's Forge and could get max armor, I had actually built up a huge supply of materials, whereas in Factions I was scrounging for materials. Once I got to kind of... Crops are safe. Okay, cool. We will go do that. Yes, more dagger mastery is a good idea. I'm gonna actually check to see what AL these are. Exactly. Makes sense. This is 25. Is that enough of a jump up that it's worth? Heck yeah, it is. That's like almost free. He wouldn't have happened to place... You know what? Never mind. Let's just go talk to Master Toga for now. Oh, hey, here's where they stuck the Shinlight chest. Do I want to... Yeah, it's just a little bit of cloth. Why not? Why not? While I'm here, I can drop this monstrous fang off. Let's see. No, not Setung. Oh, you make the Shing Jea stuff. I don't necessarily want the Shing Jea stuff. Yeah, we'll get the Canthan. Yeah, that stuff is very cheap as it is, so... We'll be rocking this later anyway. But yeah, and the headpiece. Headpiece, very important. Very important to get that +1 dagger mastery. Slowly working my way up towards being able to use real daggers. I think there's... Isn't there someplace that I can just get slightly better daggers? I don't remember. I feel like I recall that being the case. What's this other quest? I don't know why it's not pointing me towards him. Choose my secondary profession. See, this is something that's really weird to me that they did. Once you decide you'll not be able to change your mind. This is false. This is categorically false and puts too much pressure on people to try to figure out what they want their secondary profession to be. I understand why they did this. I understand why they did this in Prophecies. It's because... Like, from a lore standpoint, people cannot just willy-nilly change their secondary profession. In Prophecies, it requires you to go through Ascension, which literally nobody before you has ever done, in order to be able to change your secondary profession. That is the power that... One of the primary powers you unlock on Ascension. And in Factions is becoming Wei no Su. Going through the Celestial Trial, which, again, like, people have done that, but the vast majority of people never become Wei no Su. It is an extraordinarily rare event for that to be something that people do. Like, most people do not do it, most people do not succeed at it. Most people do not get to change the secondary profession. So from a lore standpoint, this is absolutely 1,000% correct. Once you decide, you will not be able to change your mind because for most people, if this had gone on without you becoming Wei no Su, or if Prophecy had gone on without you ascending, you would not be able to change your secondary profession because that's like what's necessary. Nightfall, they dropped that pretense, and I think that was the right move. Because from a gameplay standpoint, that is what happens. You do get to change your secondary profession. You're just locked in for a little while. So, like, I love what it's doing from a lore-building standpoint to say you cannot change it. But because that's technically actually not correct, from a gameplay standpoint, it's correct from a lore standpoint of, like, that would not be expected. But from a gameplay standpoint, you do get to change it later. I think it makes it a lot easier for people if they know that they can, and it makes the commitment less intense. Which is exactly what Nightfall does. Nightfall is like, this is an important decision. You will be stuck with it for a while. You will be able to change it later, but for now, you're making a choice. And I think the way Nightfall presents it is a lot more accurate to what the actual game mechanics are, rather than taking kind of a lore-based approach to this description. That cranks down the like stress of trying to figure out your secondary profession for certain people, especially, who are going to like want to be perfectionistic about it and make sure they're making the right choice, not the wrong choice. I think it's really good that in Nightfall they like crank that down. Anyway, that is... Yes, I wish to take Warrior as my secondary. Just show me all of the Warrior skills again. Thanks. Okay. Dr. Yu, along with Yujo. Anyway, that's a little rant about that. It's not... it's not something that's like going to change or not, but it's something that's really important to keep in mind if you're, I don't know, making a thing. When do we do the masteries? Is that after Minister chose? Or is that now? Headmaster Lee. Yes. Earn my assassin's insignia. I am ready. Oh, goodness. See, this is the lag spike that you get. I got into District 2, so you can see all these people doing... Somebody's inventory is full. You can see all the people doing 9 rings. Defensive stance. Skill chaining. Way of perfection is preferable here, I think. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go do this one. Gives you a bunch of free skills. I should spend these attribute points on Shadow Arts, I guess. Okay, what am I doing for this one? This will be a difficult challenge. Panaku and I will fight together. Okay, hey Panaku. I appreciate you for not doing anything other than just auto-attacking. It makes my life easier. Okay. Festival tickets and everything is still there because it's the boardwalk. What? That's weird. Okay. Oh, goodness. Again, I'm in a district with a bunch of people. It's loading all of those player models. Is a really... Okay, blinding powder. Sure, I'll equip blinding powder. Defensive stance is not going to be super useful for me, but it's going to be better than resting in this, so... Ready, begin. I don't know what you want from me here, guys. Apparently, you did not tell me that this was actually the Advanced Disruption course. Because you keep spamming Healing Signet. This weakness is vaguely annoying, but not a huge problem. There we go. Get one person off my back. I don't need to blind him. I need to take him down. Hang on. Let me build up some energy so I can... You couldn't have given me Disrupting Dagger. Dude, how am I supposed to take you down when you're spamming Healing Signet? Answer me that, Also, I appreciate the fact that you decide not to invest in whatever the heck your weapon attribute is. Oh, apparently I just needed to survive long enough. Okay, sure. We'll go with that. That makes sense. It was... Oh, goodness, loading player models. Disenchantment course. Sure, let's get Disruption course. Distracting blow, undoubtedly going to be better. Okay, you know what? If you don't want to give me friggin' my skills, I'm going to go take matters into my own hands. Hang on. Unsuspecting strike is good, but also extremely expensive. I'm going to go buy a couple more skills here. Golden Lotus strike and disrupting dagger. Do you not offer disrupt? Oh, is disrupting dagger a nightfall skill? I bet you it's a nightfall skill. I'll grab Iron Palm then. Okay, that'll help my energy and there. I don't really need this guy either. No, don't walk into the... Let's just drop Twisting Fangs on there. Disrupting Dagger would have been very useful here. Okay, I would like to go to the dojo now. Yes, please. I want all the free skills that this gives me, though. Hello, Talon Silverwing. Thanks for using your non-effective meteor. Cool, well, that was difficult. Why is he not invested in any of his attributes? This does not make any sense. It's not like I had to interrupt anything there. I failed to interrupt anything there. Thank you. Snaring course. Yes, I will go ahead and grab Caltrops. Sprint actually also very useful for snaring. Thank you. Hello, Kai Ying. I'm going to take a moment to apply that. That way I can get some energy out of using this skill. There we go. Successful snaring. Caltrops is a useful skill. Assassin has a number of uses for Cripple, and I quite appreciate it. Very good. Snaring is very useful. More so in PvE than I think it initially is given credit for, because it really helps mitigate melee attackers' damage in your backline. Thank you. Expunge enchantments. Oh, this one. It's this one. Okay. How do I want to approach this? Probably with that. That's not going to be useful. You know what skill would be really good here? Diversion. Okay. So this is one that they needed to update at some point in time. Because this uses Life Sheath. Which many of you will know as a Reversal of Fortune style skill. Correctly, because that's what it is. Now, but when the game first came out, it was basically a damage absorption shield. How long does this last? 8 seconds? There we go. Removing Life Sheath when it was a, effectively bonus HP made a lot of sense as a thing to have you do for the skill that they give him here. When it's Reversal of Fortune, it becomes significantly more difficult. They really should have updated this one to give him a different skill there. Maybe Guardian. or something. I don't know what, but not Life Sheath. Life Sheath makes that. Oh goodness, we 007'd. One moment. We back in? Okay, we're back in. We just got James Bonded. I think probably because of the sheer number of people in the district, if I had to guess. I'm in a really bad spot over here. When you have that getting loaded. So that's probably what got me. This is a terrible time to start a factions character. Okay, yeah, this gives me the better... the better daggers. Okay, let's get out of Lagland. I don't need this. I don't need that. Expunge enchantments is a sweet skill, but it's not one I need at the moment. Let's see. I don't really need... Yeah, let's go ahead and slot in Critical Eye, you know? And you and Pinocchio are to blame. This is not the first time Pinocchio has enticed a student to do his dirty work, so Master Togo and I have agreed not to expel you, but you'll be required to pay a visit to Ari and convey our respects. See, so my question is, if this is not the first time Pinocchio has done this, and the threat of expellation is upon me, the heck is Pinocchio getting away with it? Like, he should be suffering serious, serious consequences for repeatedly enticing students to go do his dirty work. Actually, I can do this quest whenever the heck I want. Doing it earlier gets me better daggers, though. Yeah, I guess I'll go get better daggers. It's not... It's a little bit of a trek, but it's not too bad of one. Or like an hour into the stream. Oh yeah, I need to drop this bad starter gear. Yeah, look at it. Glowing all purple there on the ground. I wonder if the fact that I got 25 AL armor dramatically affected how much damage I was taking from those guys. Let's see, level 10, 30. For his strike factor. So I would have been still taking slightly more. Yeah, but he could not have had much investment. But maybe they were expecting me to be in my starter armor still, and thus taking way more damage than I did. This thing, yeah, okay, that lasts for a minute. Yeah, I'm already kind of high enough level that I'm getting noticeably reduced experience from these guys. I'm going up towards Matt here. Looking forward to getting to the mainland. That'll be a little bit yet. Oh, faint-heartedness. I do plan to go to the mainland before I do either of the attribute point quests as an FYI, so people know. When I skip them, that will be intentional because I'm going to be coming back for them later. I'll probably pick them up and then just do them once I finish that. I'm not looking forward to Minister Cho's Estate. That mission is the worst paced mission in the game. Troutbeck Village is a much, much better execution on the idea. Covers more stuff, but lets you go at your own understanding, your own pace of understanding. So if you know what you're doing, it doesn't take freaking ages. It actually would not be a bad idea to kill. There is a mantid boss, an assassin mantid boss up here that actually has some useful skills to capture if you're doing a weird challenge that I did in the slow playthrough. But has a chance to drop some green daggers. That wouldn't be terrible to use early on. But I don't know. This quest will give me some daggers anyway, so I'm just going to get these. Hi, Zo. Those who are familiar with this little playthrough, I had an assassin I played through it called Girudo Senso. And he went / ranger. He got a black Moa named Zozbane. This area is a lot easier to get to once you get around Music Garden after the end of Minister Cho's Estate, but I think I would rather just go here now. I like walls. That's a nice wall. Kind of wish we still walled our cities just because walls are cool, even though it would be a complete waste of resources. Walled cities in the past, of course, were for defensive measures. Gotta stop them invading armies from being able to just walk into your city, you know? Bet you that's Kasai using something. Maybe Aeson has a really short-lived enchantment hex. Somebody has a short-lived hex. I feel like that's more likely to be Kasai's lightning shock or lightning strike. Excuse me, rather than anything else. I didn't need to call that out, but yes. Just so you understand, my father earned his death when he offended Dao Weng, a dishonest merchant who refused to pay a fair price for our grain. Argument with a Tengu in front of his associates was enough to injure the man's honor. Yep. My thanks to the monastery for their offering, but I have one requirement before considering matters repaired between Eri and the monastery. I've arranged a meeting with Dao Weng, and I want you to appear in my stead and kill him. I mean, this is how this works, right? This quest is a little bit more involved than I was anticipating. For some daggers, I'm going to quickly outpace. But whatever. We'll get our, what is it? 2.5k experience and 100 gold from it. You do get a lot of little gold rewards throughout factions, sometimes nonsensically so. No, that's showing a degen bar. That must be something Aeson is doing. My damage is kind of being limited by the fact that these are... Ooh, birthday cupcake. I'll hang on to that. But by the fact that these are 1 to 3 daggers... Yeah, give me them gold coins. We don't need to fight every single Tengu or every single Naga along the way, thanks. Not much point to the map right now. Hey, Shenzhen, you have some tunnels. Now, the real question is, who are the tunnels named after and why? Let's see, I think I can just cross over here, yeah? Yeah, this looks like it. Yeah, this looks like it. Get our feet wet, but that's okay. He's not going to want a piece of me. I guess I should give it to him. Yeah, give me them gold coins. I do eventually want to get this character a copy of the Law and Dagger Orders. Orders? Daggers. Law and Order Daggers. What? What is this quest? Okay, that might be useful, but not presently. I may pick up his quest, because his quest is to escort him to Aerie. This is a lot of lanterns inside of it, which is kind of neat. But we are nowhere near there. Or rather, we're going the opposite direction, so that quest makes sense to take after doing this one. Oh, that guy's all the way over there. Maybe I went the long way around. Oh well. We'll just take the long way. Hi, Alyssa. I wonder if there's any babies that have been born that have been named after characters from Guild Wars. I wonder if anybody's been named after Leroy Jenkins. That's a thought. It's like, I know there's a lot of babies that are named after characters from Game of Thrones, for example. Well, relative, anyway. I wonder if Kasai was trying to lightning orb through the wall. There you go. Also, hello. Welcome, Ruth. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Who's Aang the Ephemeral, the ritualist instructor? And the two bridges over Key Falls that are right next to each other, just in case you wanted to take it one over the other. I don't know. It's a bit weird, a bit random. They did water better in Eye of North. They really improved their technique by that point. These Kappa are non-aggressive, so I'm not going to bother fighting them unless they decide to change their mind. There's Dao Weng and his Crimson Skull. Doing a lot better after getting that upgraded armor in terms of damage I'm taking. I think that was definitely worthwhile. To spend a trivial amount of cloth on. Hi, were you expecting me from this direction? I don't know where else you think you're going. I need to remember to pick up an ID kit. Again, I'm going to use monastery credits for those. I'm not going to eat that birthday cupcake. It's a valuable resource for other things. I like cupcakes reasonably well. I like muffins too. I remember being shown the technique to eat cupcakes is to rip off the bottom half and stick it on top so you turn it into an icing sandwich. I don't know why I decided I needed to fight these guys this time. But here we are. They must have menaced me with their menacing menace or something. Oh man, I love really gnarled trees. There's just something so, I don't know, intriguing about a complex visual shape like a gnarled tree. We have a really beautiful flowering tree out my window right now. So if you see me looking over that way, that's what I'm doing, looking at it. And certainly on the downswing, but that just means the wind is knocking petals off and they're fluttering to the ground, and that's really pretty too. Makes me think of pre-steering a little bit. I really think of pre-steering during the fall. Well, we attracted some attention. I'm going to promptly ignore it. Good old healing breeze. Okay, this guy wanted an escort to Aerie, so I'm going to give him one because that's where we're going now. The agriculturalist. Again, why, when Panaku has a history of enticing students to misbehave, does he continue to get to teach them? I do not know. I'm pretty sure there should be some serious ramifications. Let's just say if you had a teacher convincing students to do crimes, I'm sure that teacher would get in hot trouble in our society. Turtle Shell reduces the damage from non-critical hits, which is a really interesting mechanic that kind of interacts neatly with the Assassin critical strikes mechanic. Oh, there's Panaku. Excuse me again. I slept decently well last night, but I managed to get myself to bed a bit late. Leaving me a little yawny. The conundrum that I have is if I actually get a decent night's sleep, then it's harder for me to get to bed on time the next night because I have a longer... I'm pretty sure my cycle, my sleep cycle is like... when I'm functioning optimally is closer to 26 hours than 24. So... As these guys decide they wanted to fight us, we're going to have to deal with some Kappa. Character is so young, her inventory isn't just stuffed with mini pets yet. So it's getting filled with random junk, but that's okay. One of these things, it might be Naga hides. One of them is useful for a quest in the future with a snake oil salesman quest chain in Kainang proper. This quest is mostly to show you where Aerie is, I think. Tabo pause. Particularly if you're not an assassin, so you're not kind of sent here automatically from that. Yes, okay. Here you are. At last, Aerie, the ancient Tengu do not look too angry at the delay, and their beaks will be smiling when they learn these techniques. Thank you. Okay, now I can go to Headmaster Lee for my reward. Let's go to District 9. I have to go near the boardwalk area, so I'd rather come here in a version of the map that's likely to be less overstuffed and massively overpopulated. Thank you. I will take better daggers. These very not great starting daggers. Actually, while I'm here, media kit and a salvage kit. Thank you. You can get bags here. There's also this person with an expert salvage kit and some runes of holding. I don't need most of this stuff because I have these char bags that I grabbed from other characters. So right now, these monster tokens are just going to be some free ID and salvage kits. I think there might be somebody who will take them in Seitung Harbor. Hey, Toapat. Good to see you. Welcome. Why did I go here? I don't need to go here. I need to go... I need to go a different direction. Okay, let's spend these attribute points on... Yeah, more dagger mastery. That'll be some iron. Most of this stuff I don't think I care too much about. I'm trying to figure out how to reformat a Boxer 16 engine you built in from the depths that no longer works. I see. The minister is expecting us. Well, I have no context for that, so hopefully you've been able to figure it out. Oh, man. Look at that view. This game suffers from being third person in the sense that it means you're not often looking at its amazing views. I do wish Master Toga and Ijo-chan were a little bit... Ijo-tan were a little bit less preoccupied with level 1 mantises, though. Minecraft X War Thunder, X Starcraft. Yeah, that's where Ender Dragons is going to take place. I am really interested to see how they execute on it there. I personally think ArenaNet's environment team does a really good job overall. I am curious to see what they decide to do with Master Togo. You do know how to defeat mantids on your own, right? But I'm curious to see how much they have advanced the state of the Ekvold Force and the Jade Sea, sort of returning to equilibrium. We're welcome to hold differing opinions on it. I like their environment work for the most part. By the way, what do you mean by environmental design? Are you saying the like aesthetic style or the layout? Because that sounds more like a layout thing to me. So I'm just curious what way you're using it, because those are two very different things. Love this little courtyard area. It's very pretty. Okay, Guardsman Zui. We need to hear about your son or something. Oh my goodness, I forget. Cantha has one more confirmation box than it really should have. The actual train have no skill, ambition, or understanding of how to construct a game environment. So that sounds like it's more the play space than the aesthetics, if I'm understanding you correctly. Yeah, I have like no skills yet. Yeah, the concept artists are great. So we are in agreement on that. I do not need these starting daggers. I do not need them. Sam I am. I don't know why I'm talking about Sam I am here. Let's see. Any other? Yes, this is un-ID'd. Most of the stuff is trash. It's just getting junked in the merchant. Here you are. Thank you. Actually, you're here. Take me to Embark Beach, please. Today's what is today's bounty? Arnor, Maxine, Coldstone, and Progression Rock. Sure, I can do that eventually in years. Actually, not years, but... yeah, sure. We'll grab Gates of Kryta. Again, I don't expect doing that anytime soon, but, I have several of these I'm going to want to actually pick up. Starting with the short bow. And then I want the daggers. I'm going to want Rival Skies, Mist Piercer, and maybe Roaring Earth as well. We'll get to that when we get to it, though. By which I mean I'm going to probably farm a few more proofs of legends off camera. Okay. Obviously, these weapons are all kind of useful, but also not useful yet in that sort of rough category. I'll also grab Malix's Hatred. I do want to use that on this character, I think. Probably. Pity that's not 15/50. Good old Igneous Blades. I can see that argument. Drop off this victory token. Okay, let's go to Minister Cho's estate. The slowest, worst paced. This mission is so bad. Like I said, Chobek Village is just this except so much better. Such a huge improvement. Sure. I don't need to do anything else with my skills at the moment. Okay, glad to have gotten those picked up. Again, I'll see about potentially grabbing a few more. You know what I realized I forgot to do? I don't know why they don't just have all of your weapon sets open right off the bat, but here we are. I think there are a lot of really cool vistas in Guild Wars 1 that you just often don't look at because you're usually looking down at your character, and third-person games have that as a problem. And being in a position to actually like look up and see the vistas properly is a huge challenge. It requires very intentional playstyle. Sure, yeah. Stuff to incentivize you to go places. I'll grant you that. But like even seeing those mountains in the distance is really cool. I don't know. What is he yammering about? Oh, targeted attacking. I guess these guys are a little scary early on. This camera's focused on MMOs. Yeah. Well, it's not using a, like, God of War, Dad of Boy has a very, like, specific over-the-shoulder angle that kind of positions you to kind of take in the vistas a little bit better. This game doesn't quite do it. So you're kind of hovering, like, I don't know. I don't have a good way of pointing. You can't see me looking at the screen. Oh man, they do this concept in Chobek Village substantially better. Eventually, I will get up to 9 attributes, and then that will be useful. Hey, Fear, thank you very much for the subscription. Yeah, 1 year in the books. Woo! Congratulations, Fear. Also, 1 year is... like, the fact that I have been... what is it? Affiliate? Whatever the... yeah, for long enough for that is also kind of mind-blowing. But I thank you very much for that year of support, Fear. It's greatly appreciated. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well today. Master Toga reminding us that staying together is useful. Basically the way modern second-person perspective works in a game, which is basically the spaghetti of game engines. Okay, please stop beating up on Kisai. Thank you. Ooh, I almost have another level up. Not that it'll help me much. It's okay. You can always try your sentences again. I often need to. Frenzy, please. I love it when enemies use frenzy. Yeah, like you, Tanjo. Good, good. I'm looking forward to getting Iron Palm from. Is it Iron Palm? No, this is Iron Palm. Palm Strike. It's Critical Strike Elite from Kenshi. This is where Master Togo is like, no, wait for the enemies to split up. So that way you're not fighting two groups at once. I mean, there's accuracy to that. I don't know what you're going on about. There's just a couple of second guards over here. The person isn't used anymore in video games outside of MMOs. Reverse shoulder perspective. Actually, an industry called second person. Let's see, what do I want to stick my 6 attribute points in? I guess I can get a rank up of critical strikes in this one. Yeah. Nope, need to make sure I'm staying up with Master Togo. I mean, to be fair, the original Dota was built in Warcraft 3 as well. Pretty versatile engine. Yep, nothing like a level 20 Master Togo just absolutely tanking the snot out of these second guards. And maybe you're throwing a ramen shop too, eh? Good old spaghetti code. Well, both of them missed with their Spirit Rifts. You know what I would have been expecting, though. Using Spirit Rift on a moving enemy is a surefire way of never hitting them. Now they need to teach us about boss enemies. This mission is literally gated. It's not that long either. It's like 10 minutes, maybe. 11, something like that. It's just so slowly paced. When you compare it to Tropic Village, is like just a handful of minutes. I did it the other day, farming proofs with 2 other people. And let me tell ya, 3 level 20s going in there with Koss running around doing whatever he's doing. Being able to split up the tasks of Chobek Village makes that mission go very quickly. Yeah, Afflicted Soul Explosion, the bane of melee attackers everywhere. I don't like the design of Afflicted Soul Explosion, and the fact that they just decided to double down on it in Winds of Change annoys me a little bit. But here we are. Interesting that they lose 2 levels when they... Yeah, Chobek Village is fast even solo. It is, 100%. Yeah, I agree. It's just even faster with multiple people. I find it interesting that the guards are level 10 while the second guards are level 8. So apparently they lost 2 levels from getting sick. Chobek Village is basically the idea of that of Mr. Cho's State, except executed better. It's positioned in the like player progression in a much better place. Like, I don't know why they put a tutorial mission after you've been doing stuff for a while and everything, rather than, like, Chobek Village is, like, right away. And then they made Chobek have much better pacing. How did Ison end up all the way over there? Okay, well, whatever. Moa birds are, of course, native to Tyria, not Cantha, except for the black moa, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that fits into everything. But yeah, the design of Chawbeck lets you kind of go at your own pace if you know what's going on. Versus if you don't. Okay, good. They did not aggro on the random... What are those over there? Bears, apparently. What the heck happened to my entire team? Asen, you have a resurrection skill. They just suddenly fell over? The heck? I wasn't paying attention and they just died. I've seen an MMO design with actual tons of spaghetti code. Dungeons and Dragons online is a complete disaster. I see. Please resurrect Kisai. Thank you. I don't know why I'm healing signating here. I had the distinct impression that they did more damage than I thought. They expected to be fired. And then last year's development intentionally obfuscated and made the code really complex to parse. Interesting. Yeah, there needs to be a lot more stability of in the games industry. There's way too much like, oh, we're needing more developers. Just bring out a bunch of people. Oh, we released the game. Now they're all a bunch of dead weight. Fire them all. That's bad for the long-term health of the game development industry. This asset looks like it's straight out of the catacombs. I've been getting a lot of tower shields here. I see. It's amazing how much more durable this guy is when I'm level 9 with level 6 henchmen compared to when I come in here with a bunch of level 20s. Ah, yes. Now we need to go warn the Tengu, apparently. Yeah, this guy gives you the quest that gives you 15 attribute points. I'm going to pick it up. Like I said, I'm not going to do it just yet because I'd rather have my henchmen with me, or heroes with me, but... Wow, that is a lot of time spent on that task. The guy who made it, that Bork, just did not have a lot of friends afterwards, that's for sure. Let's see. Okay, I will salvage this augmented flesh. Get a little bit of dust. I am somewhat full up on dust at the moment, though. Morimoto. Yeah, okay, I can just sell this entire thing of stuff. If I siphon points out of these, how high can I get my dagger mastery? Okay, I can just get myself to 9 dagger mastery. We'll do it. Original progression system that's translated 3.5 D&D. Replace it with WoW's original talent system. I see. I now have my glowy swords. Yeah. I will probably want another set of Zealous Daggers at some point in time, but I'm going to want enchanting ones most likely. Because increased enchantment duration is quite useful for Assassin. I don't need Takayun's daggers down there. I'm just going to try to follow the primary quest chains at this point. Don't really need to, I guess, that much. So I've kind of got access to Embark Beach already, but I say. Okay, this is going to be a bad idea from this guy. Yeah, I take him down in one combo now, rather than 2. It'll be even better when I have a few more attribute points to throw in things, but... What a difference having max damage weapons makes, eh? I spent all that time getting these daggers too, just have them outpaced already. But here we are. I'm not terribly surprised by that. Not terribly surprised by it at all. I don't suppose I can sell these. I can. Well, I can identify them then. I got 1 more gold out of them. They were good while they lasted. Okay. They have an afflicted creature over here to take down. It's kind of nice to have in favor right now. Yeah, I know how that goes. I know how that goes. Hey, Talon. I will say, one of the things I learned from last week when I, let's see. Okay, we'll go over this way. There we go. That's good. Sure. But when I did the sort of split stream structure of okay, whatever, we can grab this one too. Where I did a stream on Tuesday and Thursday instead of Tuesday and Wednesday. But I definitely prefer my streaming days next to each other and my non-streaming days next to each other. So seeds is to ensure you take the seeds, kneel down. Yeah, you kneel with slash kneel. But yeah, I feel like April's kind of just slid by. Like time's not moved quickly so much as smoothly. Does that make sense? I don't know what to do about it either, except just be like, I guess that's how it is then. Now that is known how to acquire the Easter egg weapon. I see myself grabbing it at some point in time. I'm definitely strongly considering it. The thing that I'd have to do first, though, is wait until New Year so I can actually get Lucky Aura. So it's going to be a while. Like, I have to be able to get the tokens to get the Lucky Aura. From what I understand, it's required for getting it. So until then, I'm not going to be able to. But I certainly would consider doing so. When that part of it becomes possible for me to more easily acquire. I'm sure there are players who are selling Lunar Fortunes, but I don't really have a desire to be buying them off of anybody. It kind of feels like a weapon that I should get for a warrior named Ardens Argentum. Just, you know, feels appropriate. Okay, let's go advance things. Oh yeah, Kai King's the cocky elementalist. That's right. Sion, Ako, Hakaru, and Sister Tai. Excuse me, Canthan peasants. I would like to be able to progress my primary quest, please. Hi, I don't know who you're waving to. I'm not over there. I think they expect you to go from Aerie down this way and over. And that is not what I did, so I think they're a little confused. Well, I kill things quickly. I even auto-attack these things well. Okay, that Spirit of Pain is immaterial to advancing. Okay, Sister Tai, what's up? I figure out how I can actually walk to talk to her. It's good to see you. Master Togo sent word that help is coming. I arrived just in time. Okay, journey to the Master. Let's go drop off the other quest that I grabbed. The quest that required me to kneel to plant stuff in the ground. Thank you. Does the Emperor's Blade have a quest yet? He has a quest chain about taking down... Huh. Rare 10 requires 4 tactics, healing, purse, plus 150% chance while using skills. Fun. There is not in Guild Wars 1. There is in Guild Wars 2. I'm going to pick up these quests as well. I don't intend to get to the mainland at level 20, so... We can get a study buddy for him. What is this? Togo's ultimatum quest item. Huh. They recolor this and use this for the monumental scrolls in Eye of the North. That's interesting. Okay, Master Togo. I'm not doing that quest. Master Togo's opening the way to Saitong Harbor. Sukaro, I would like to go to Zaishen Harbor. Yes, yes, we are well trained. We're ready. Come on, let's go. Hello, Brother Pawan. Monks are supposed to keep people alive. It's sort of an arrogant monk. Gotta break monk stereotypes. I don't know why I'm fighting all these mantids. I don't think I need to. Says travel to the harbor with Brother Pawan. He's probably there to help compensate for the henchmen being low level. Probably. Anyway, is there a like toggle walk button you can? I don't know. There's a lot that you'd have to do to language quick toggle. That's an interesting one. Movements. Yeah, auto run. Panels. Yeah, there isn't a toggle for RP walking in this one. Just in Guild Wars 2. There is a way to RP walk in this game, though. It's called Dolyak Signet. There we go. Big brain plays there. Nothing like snaring yourself. Those things are worth more as iron than they are otherwise. There you go. This doesn't have a voice option though, does it? Is it general? Yeah, no, it's just a weird text one. For people who don't know what Bork is talking about. Text linguagia. You can see right here. Guntid Monitor Hatchling drops Kaimas, in which your party reserves for Dakota Fleming. Cheating fragment. Let's see. Gould. Situng Harbor. Brazier Piavun. That's Bork. It is in here as a amusing joke. This quest that Lady Mukai Musagi has is not a simple one. Hey, Nishit Sudai. We will talk to you much later. These guys have better... Oh, I can get daggers I don't need. Cool. That's nice. Okay, so these are for getting mid-tier weapons. That's actually really good. I'm glad that they have that. I don't need it, but I'm glad that they have it. I'm full up on chitin, thanks. What these comments have? Wow, they're worth 2 gold. AKA, they're not worth much of anything at all. Let's see, are there any skills that I want to be picking up? Critical strikes is good. I want most dagger attacks at some point. Jagged strike's probably good to pick up. I'll definitely want wild blow. I'd like to generally pick up most skills at some point in time, but it's a matter of when. Order of Shadow. I have Malice. That's and Dash are ones that would be nice to have. What am I looking at skill point wise? 5? Yeah, I do need to be a little conservative with how many skills I'm buying. I'm going to check to see how much of an upgrade the armor is here. Just to see if I think it's worth it. That seems like it would cause recoil problems. This is 55, so it's 30 more armor. I mean, cloth is fairly cheap. I'd actually be better off getting tanned hide if I wanted to do this. I think I'm not going to bother. I think I'm just going to take myself and get through Zen Daijun without doing that. Yun and Lucas. See, do I want to equip any of those skills? I don't really need most of them right now. I'm going to slot on Heart of Shadow rather than Healing Signet, though. 4 meters whenever it fires, but it takes 2 minutes to reload. That sounds about right. I'm sure it does a heck of a lot of damage if you manage to hit with it, though. Is this even worth right now? That's an interesting question. Maybe I want Dash instead. It took me a ridiculously long period of time to discover that you could walk up these snow bluffs, by the way. Either that building, like, okay, so real talk. How is this building this covered in snow that it seems to be buried underneath even, but there's literally no snow on top of it? None of these buildings have snow on top of them. Somebody's very diligent about cleaning the snow off the tops of buildings around here. That's what I've picked up from this. That's my takeaway. Takeaway of the day. Hello, Korangar the Mighty. Welcome. Avalanche. Yeah, apparently. Kanai Caverns. I need to go into the caverns. Oh, they're over that way. Hang on. Helps when you have the right quest selected to know where you're going, doesn't it? Hey. Is there an avalanche warning around here? This is a really pretty zone, though. I like snow. So 2-meter shell will reach the front armor of your normal drone MPT. I see. I'm inclined to let Gullhook Beak and Yort Strongjaw deal with their own problems in their own way. Joke's on you, I wasn't trying to block. This is Rigor Mortis, prevents blocking. Okay, but like for realsies. I'm wanting a stronger Heart of Shadow here. Oh, I'm looking forward to having more attribute points. I know I could go do the quests and get them, but probably be doing that tomorrow. If I had to guess the way that this whole thing's gonna go. Ow. Yeti Smash. It's like they're a Yeti or something, using their signature skill. Can't have that. Friggin' Marhan's Grotto effect. Five-minute reload. That seems a bit excessive. Ten-minute reload. Wow. Man, I haven't played Mech Warrior in a while. You're making me think of the Big Tom from I think that's what it's called. I don't know. One of the big sort of artillery weapons from Mech Warrior 4. Oh, Panaku. Panaku, why are you not currently in the brig? That seems pretty strong. Okay. Let's go aggro some people. I'm tired of getting weakened And then no longer meeting the attribute for my weapon and suddenly just doing no damage. Ow. Well, that's my own fault for not getting the next level of armor, I suppose. $170 meters per second seems pretty slow for a projectile. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, maybe I do need to grab armor from town. Oh well. Good question. I'll get. I think I just want more shadow arts here. Because more shadow arts makes both of the sort of self-healing skills I have stronger. Oh, looks like I might as well just go kind of back the way I went. So many event items. Stormbound, major wilderness survival. The staff is not great. Yeah, the geography of this place, like, I think there's probably some ways around that might seem a little bit more direct, but I think the geography of this place just means I kind of want to go back this way and then around. Ah, yes. Pros. This weapon destroys everything it hits. Cons. You can only fire this weapon once per battle because it takes so long to reload. Pros. Well, at least you obliterated everything, so it doesn't matter. Cons. If you miss, you're screwed. I like that you can see a little town down there. I mean, it's using low poly assets and whatever, but I think it's cool. Of course, you use level of detail stuff. Zuyun Point. This is the part where I have to decide if it's worth picking up armor in Seitung Harbor for what will effectively amount to one mission or not. And I don't know the answer to that. And all you need is a 3 times multiplier on it, so that way you can have an hour-long recharge. You can make yourself a cup of coffee and watch your favorite TV show while waiting for the thing to finish. I mean, as it is, you can basically watch an episode of an anime between shots. What even is this game? I'm unfamiliar with it. 3x3x3 cube. You can't fit a bigger cram cannon packer. Excuse me. Yeah. No, I know you're talking about From the Depths. I just don't know anything about From the Depths. I'm unfamiliar with it. Of course, they have to throw dirt as level 14s. Minecraft X War Thunder X StarCraft. So you're building an RTS? That's what that sounds like. Some sort of... I'm not familiar with War Thunder. I know Minecraft and StarCraft. Let's go this way. War Thunder is just a military vehicle simulator. Ah, gotcha. You can play either as an RTS faction or as a single dude on a single boat. The sailing the endless sea of Nether where you fight other ships and planes. You know, that makes me think of, although I don't think it actually is like, but it makes me think of, there was a custom Warcraft 3 map that I quite liked. And I remember enjoying playing with my cousin, actually. Where you could either basically play a civilization, where you're building up a civilization, or you could play a hero that'd go out and do questing. And the civilization could hire heroes and such, and pay them, like part of their taxes would go to pay the hero. And things like that. It was a really cool sort of like melding of and more of the action RPG style that you could get with Warcraft 3 heroes and a like city builder where you like had to defend things. It's kind of like set the in a weird sort of way, it kind of like set the standard of what I kind of want from city builders. Where I kind of want a city builder where you still have to defend. I really liked Dragon Quest builders because of that, where it's not just like building things to build for the sake of building things, but like there's a thing you're accomplishing through building. Where you're like setting up town or like specific rooms for specific NPCs, and you're having to build defenses to defend against attackers and things like that. I have not actually played Minecraft, so I don't know how many of those sorts of features it has in it at this point in time. But I really like that sort of like building with a purpose, not just building to build nature of Dragon Quest builders. Need to go in here and defend these guys. So I actually have interest in We Are Billions because of that. It seems like it has that idea of a defensive city builder. That to me is a really interesting one. Don't know how explorative a genre that is. Yeah, that's fair. That seems like a reasonable reason for that. Oh. That guy had an iced tea on him. Okay, cool. We managed to survive. Okay, to Zen Daijun, which is fairly nearby. I'll grab Miller Quang's quest. Perhaps I'll even do it at some point. I mean, it's a lot of experience points, and once I get my mercenaries, it'll be a lot easier to do some of these quests a lot quicker. At the aerial terminal velocity. Give me that champagne popper. Oh, good. You threw dirt on Lucas and not me. I feel like I probably do more damage than Lucas. Call it a hunch. I feel like that would make a huge splash. Excuse me. Oh, they're made of jello. Oceans made of jello sounds kind of interesting. Okay. To Zen Daijun. To Zen Daijun. Yes, yes, we're here to do Zen Daijun. Don't know how many times I need to tell you that. There was a cutscene there, but you wouldn't know it. How quickly I skipped it. Huzzah. Thank you. Almost up another level. That's cool. I am decidedly Kurzik. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Hi, I would like... Oh, you have to be level 20 to get those skills, don't you? Okay, Kaiying, Tai, Su, Guy. Let's grab Talon, and that'll fill out our roster nicely. Iron Palm's not bad. I'm not really needing it much. This is probably fine for now. Exactly. It's the best way to avoid incoming attacks. Okay, let's go ahead and do this mission. And then we'll wrap up the Guild Wars portion of today's stream and switch over to my Axiom Verge first playthrough. Trying to remember all this, the thing that I'm trying to do. Should be interesting. Feels like it's going to be weird. Feels like it is going to be very weird. Ow. Ring the bell. Summon Zunra, and then Zunra can go get themselves killed in a pile of enemies for no freaking obvious reason. That's what they like to do. Are you coming, Zunra? No, Master Togo is just still telling us how to get Zunra. Okay, come on. There's a reason why I like to call him Master Slogo. I think other people call him Master No-Go. That's not been my experience, but I don't know. Yeah, where's the throw dirt? I'm gonna get these elementalists out of here. Some weapons equipped. Hey, this is not really a pulling bow, but for pulling you really want a long bow, not a short bow. Something about the range difference, you know. But I'm not gonna get some elaborate bow for pulling. Oh well, this is a little bit of an over aggro. This war use frenzy. That'll help us thin the numbers quickly. I need to not stand there. Yeah, I got bitter chilled. I am very fragile at the moment. It's gonna be there goes Zunra. Let's see, do I go back 5 steps to get him? Nah, I think I'll pick up Zunra again over there. Thankfully Zunra does not have to survive. Boy, I haven't even seen a Dryad bow in game. They're really cool though. Okay. Serious question. Sister Tai, have you heard of healing people? Here. I found the problem. You're using Janie's gaze. It is known to be very energy intensive. Here, I'll just shadow step sideways. Hey, Clean Star. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. I'm just going to do Zen Daijun and then switch over to Axiom Verge. So you're kind of coming towards the end. You know what? I don't need Zunra, and I'd rather not go fighting that group. So just dropping by towards the end of this section. Ow. Ah. Well, welcome home. I can't tell you how long it took for me to recognize that stone daggers were those weird orbs in the ground. One of the things I noticed is apparently Axiom Verge is working on a built-in randomizer, which is really cool. Depending upon how I feel about the game, I might want to try that at some point. It's in their beta branch. I actually prefer going more this direction. It's a little bit shorter feeling. Just want to make sure Master Togo is slipping past those afflicted and not getting me embroiled in some sort of battle, as is his wont. He's very determined to kill all the mantids on the way to Minister Togo's estate, let me tell you. Boy, this would be going a little bit smoother if I had more armor. But also, why waste resources on armor that I'm going to keep for just a few hours? I mean, this armor upgrade was cheap. But I'm not spending a plat on armor. I'm just going to be replacing. It's still pretty cheap. But. Ooh, somebody has a nice recuperation. Is that you, Master Togo? I bet you that is. Could be a Professor Guy, actually. Ah, yes. We should have brought somebody who knows how to fight, Master Togo. Hey, Bull. The Bloodstained Ritual of the Night also has added a built-in randomizer. There's just not a particular viewership demand for it. I like them really cool. I think randomizers are really cool, though. I like the Dark Souls 1 randomizer as well. I played that a few times. It's been a little while, though. That could be fun to stream at some point. I may consider it. This is a bigger group than I like. Okay, that did not take me exactly in the direction I would have preferred to go. Sister Tai is having a hard time keeping up with everything here, I feel. I just like randomizers as a game type. I'd actually be really interested in trying out the Super Metroid Link to the Past combo randomizer, but that requires things I do not have. So I think that's really cool as well. Just give a chance for everybody to recover their HP here. That was all in the field of battle, but this plague is something different. Hey, level up. Yes, please. I do want to go this way. This way allows me to really get Zunra again. Zunra does do some additional support, so I would like to pick them up. Powder fire cannons. Right, installation 007 or the DS1. See, when you say 007 in context of cannons, I immediately think of GoldenEye on the N64, where you could shoot tank shells from your forehead using some of the cheat codes. That was good times. Good times. You don't need to just stand there staring at it. You can walk over to it, character. Ah. Hello, Zunra. Feeling more alive? You can understand why it'd make me think of James Bond. Oh, arr! These guys do go and grab groups and bring them to go fight us. Of course, I happen to still be close enough to get afflicted still explosions by that. Less than ideal, but here we are. Three fragments that deal 15,000 damage each. Not that Starlaser's level's power, but that's not. Yeah, it sounds like a lot. Again, I don't have any numerical context for that particular game, so. Hits for 16 million damage. Ah, that sounds like a lot. How are you doing over there, Zunra? Blessing with Kieran. Nice cleansing skill, that. Unfortunately, the miasma spreads kind of like disease. Ow. In my defense, I don't have appropriate levels of armor. I feel like Farmer Shing Jea is supposed to be a more important figure in that there are some quests with him that got cut. Just from the way some of the stuff plays out. I kind of feel like Yi-Jo is supposed to have more quests with him, too. Like, both of those characters feel like they were supposed to have been more important and just ended up not getting as developed as was intended. Okay, this part can be a little dangerous. Yi-Jo is by far the deadlier of the two. Mostly owing to Spirit Rifts. Boss Spirit Rifts are a no joke. There we go. Okay, well, we survived that encounter. I'm going to give us a little moment here to heal up. HP is such a weird construct in games. I think it'd be really interesting to have a game that, rather than using HP, uses like individual structural stability such that things start collapsing and systems start coming apart. There's probably some higher end simulation games that do that. It's one of those things where like doing that in a way that's not just functionally equivalent to HP, to where you're just putting a lot of time in making a convoluted system that functionally is not any different is kind of eh. But it would be really interesting to kind of see how something like that could potentially be done. Auspicious Blow is a really good skill. I quite like Auspicious Blow. Afflicted Ritualists often have flesh in my flesh. Ow. Well, I'm not getting through this very well. Hey! Knocked down on a reversal friction. Well, Zunra, in typical fashion, did not survive the fight. But, you know, that's just how it goes. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the next quest from First Mate Zhang. Then we'll wrap up the Guild Wars 1 portion of the stream here. I will be switching over to Axiom Verge in just a few minutes. I will be taking a short break. I will be continuing this playthrough tomorrow, so you can expect to see more of Dakota Fleming then. But for those of you who are only here for Guild Wars, I thank you for watching. For those of you who are interested in watching how Axiom Verge goes, please stick around. I will be taking the stream offline, breaking up the VODs, and switching over, getting things ready for the next game. But thank you all for watching this portion. And like I said, this playthrough will continue tomorrow. I'll be back with Axiom Verge in a few minutes, so please stick around.